Hello, the purpose of this video is to explain how to use requirements and prerequisites in your Canvas courses. First of all, I wanted to show you the difference between a course that does not have any prerequisites or restrictions or requirements or anything versus one that does. As you can see here, it would say it here. There's nothing. These students can literally click. They don't even have to click on these pages. They can jump all the way down to their first writing assignment. I'm using Lauren's Econ CP course, and then this is the Econ Honors course. So you can see here that this course, the Honors course, is locked down. They have to complete each one of these items, and they physically have to mark each of these pages done, or they have to view it, or they have to submit down here. Versus the CP right now, which has nothing. As a student in the CP course, they could literally scroll all the way through and not click any of the reading and just go right to the writing assignment. But in the honors course, they physically have to click on each page in order for them to be able to move forward in the course. Each has its pros and cons, so I want you to think about it before you decide what you need to do, because it's a lot easier to set it up beforehand than when you actually get students in there. But whatever the requirements are, the students would see, it says right here that they would have to complete all requirements. It would show that for them. So I'm going to go back to the CP course now. So if you want to actually create some sort of restriction on here, the way that you do this is you go to the module and you click on the cogwheel and you click edit. And one of the restrictions you can do is you can actually lock it. But if you lock it for, let's say, your first student or your first set of students and say that they can't come in until, they can't start this lesson until the day that you assign it, that's fine. But then as soon as that day opens, the very next enrollment will be able to access that file. So this works best if you have just one particular, one whole group for the entire year. Like this summer I used it and I locked the final exam until a certain day. Okay. So prerequisites, what you would do is if you wanted to add one, you would click on the prerequisite button, and this basically has all of the information all of the modules that come before this Unit 1 module. And so if you wanted to say that they had to complete the orientation prior to accessing this unit, okay, and you wanted them to make sure that they logged in and they started their project, or at least accessed their project. Now, if I update module, it will show you right here. Yes, go ahead and I want to relock it. It will now show you the prerequisites that they have to actually complete these assignments above before they can do it here, okay? Before they're even going to see this module open up. Okay, so then those are prerequisites. If you don't like those, you can just delete those. So I'm going to delete those for Lauren and let Lauren decide what she wants to do. If you want to do a requirement, which you physically, say, I want a student to have to complete the following assignments. So you have the choice to say they have to complete all of these requirements, but they can complete them in any order. Or you could check this box and say that they have to move through in sequential order, which is what I did with the honors course. They physically cannot jump ahead to the next page until they do what is required on that page. So it's up to you, however you do it. But I'm just going to show you how you can go ahead and set requirements. So it has to be done in order. So if you decide anything that's like a page or an external view, like if it's a page, you have the option to say, I want them just to view it, mark as done, which means they physically have to check a box saying, I've read it. Or contribute. I don't even use that one. If you want an external tool, the only option for an external tool, which is like their reading assignment, is just for them to click on that page. But if you want them to take a quiz, if you want them to complete all of these assignments and quizzes prior to moving on, it's completely up to you. But you would say you want to do them in order, and I would make them submit. Okay? And then you go to the next requirement, and you just go right down to the assignments. It's a lot in this course, so you would find the next one, and you'd say they have to submit. Okay? So let's say that you want to make sure that the students learned the material. So, and you want to say, okay, they have to access this post-test and they have to score at least a, I don't know, it's out of 67. So let's say they have to score at least, I don't even know what a 70% of 67 is. It's out of total points. But whatever 60% is, if you are fine with a 60%, you just type in the number that they have to get and then update your module. That means that if the student has done all of these assignments but has not met the requirement for the test, they will not be able to move forward. So I caution you when you do that, because they're going to be contacting you. But if you just want to, I usually just say submit the assignment. They submit it, they can move forward. Even if they get a 0, they can always go back and retake. And then you just update your module according to what you want. So if you have any questions on how to set prerequisites or requirements, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.